Hello, everybody. I have a special battle to share with you from Pokemon. This team is called Clumsy Clown, and it is holding a choice Specs. The purpose of this team is to make as much fast damage as possible and sweep the opponent. For this variant, I decided not to lead Torkoal and instead Charizard because I feared a tailwind from the opposing Xatu. Unfortunately, that fear was unfounded, as you'll soon figure out. So there's the Mega Evolution, doing that to get the Sun, afraid of Torterra having some form of rock type attack to hit me while I'm focusing the Xatu. There's the Helping Hand, there's the Ancient Power, and no Focus Sash. Xatu goes down. And luckily, I get the effect to increase all of my stats. And it wasn't any rock attack Torterra, it was actually a stalled Torterra. The Toxic is setting in. And here comes a big grass tank with a big water tank. However, I figured I can take care of this one easily, so I decided to set up my Tailwind and then Solar Beam. Most Assault Vest variants could have survived this, but most Wishy-Washy prefer to have a Pinch Berry in case of any HP going down. Luckily, I did that Tailwind because most Typhlosions are sashed and have Eruption. Now that Torterra has poisoned both my Pokemon, I decided to Encore it and lock it in from whatever I wanted to do. This Typhlosion was physical and had the Rock Slide, but apparently didn't have much to help. And there you have it. I take out 4 Pokemon in 4 turns without even using the strategy. This next battle against Tuck was more interesting. He actually managed to break the strategy a little bit. Here I led the Torkoal, which actually helps with the strategy a little more than the Charizard, but Charizard can sweep on his own should he need to. The opposing Charizard and the Poliwrath, they both resist my Fire team. So let's see how this goes. Torkoal has the Drought and sets it. The Tailwind comes in, doubling speed, and the Charizard did not go for Charizard X, which made me assume it might be a Y waiting for the sun to go out. If it has its hidden ability, it will have about the same amount of power as Charizard Y, but it won't have to Mega yet. And since its HP did not go down at the end of this turn, I assumed that it was not the solar power. Unfortunately, the Whimsicott did get burned. I cannot get off the Helping Hand into a Mind Blown. But at least I have the Sun boosted, Specs boosted, Stab boosted, Mind Blown, and there it is. Ninetales has Flash Fire. Notice how little the initial Heat Wave did to the Poliwrath, and there it goes, all the way down. This is a powerful Blacephalon. It can one-shot almost anything that is not 4 times resisted from +0. Now, some people may not realize that there is a couple weaknesses, namely Protect and Focus Sash. Well, I've got something for Protect users, which you'll see right here. Ninetales has the Psych Up. It gets the +2. It gets the Flash Fire. It gets the Stab. It gets the Sun. It gets the damage. Unfortunately, very few people actually run the Protect or the Focus Sash, and that's what happens. Discounting the initial turn where Drought activated, this was a 3-turn sweep. It's nice, it's clean, it's fast, and almost nothing stopped it. Here is a Johto times Alola Master Division battle I had. It was an interesting time. I had to delete a ton of videos from this challenge because they were all so easy to win and didn't stand out very much. This guy stood out because he had the Lycanroc Dusk form. People know that this Pokemon can have Counter and Accelerock, either of which could have ruined my strategy. I was expecting a taunt from that opposing Crobat, but instead it went for the Brave Bird. And that is a natural survival by my Whimsicott, people. And here is the signature Z move, the one that destroys a terrain. The continent. Wait, never mind. It's the plain Z move, Continental Crush. But that activates my eject button, and I get switched out. Here I have my Whimsicott still up. Its Focus Sash broken. Crobat, any Focus Sash broken. Lycanroc, it does not have a Focus Sash, but that is an Accelerock onto Whimsicott, taking it out before Blacephalon could take it out. I am only getting +2 today, not +3. Unfortunate for me, but more unfortunate for the opponent. And here comes the Ninetales again. You should know what to expect. This Ninetales has Heat Wave, I believe Hidden Power Ice, and Flash and Heat Wave. Wait, did I say Heat Wave twice? I meant Solar Beam. This allows me to get a lot of damage across and good coverage, and that is a Charizard X. It becomes part Dragon type. It 4 times resists the Blacephalon. My +2 is now treated as neutral, or 1/2 if you discount the fire. There's the Flash Fire, there's the Psych Up, there's the Mind Blown, and both Silvally and Charizard are down. This is a fast battle, people. I am not kidding when I say this is powerful, this sweeps, this is strong, this is perfect synergy, and I love synergetic teams. Before the latest update, I actually had a battle that went like this. It was really good, but I lost it since it was updated, so I recreated the battle with my brother. I had him fight using about what the opponent used. It was a fair fight. He had what he had. He used it how strongly as he could, and I swept him. Now here's the lead again. Whimsicott and Torkoal, the classic. You know what to expect. A Focus Sash, Eject Button, Tailwind. Let's see if Torkoal will actually get off a move this time. He has a few times, but not often. There it is, the Tailwind. I'm now doubled speed, and that's a Rock Slide. If the Zygarde decided to attack Whimsicott now, it will likely go down. Here is the Blacephalon. Let's hope it's not 1,000 arrows or 1,000 waves, whichever one targets both opponents. But no, it's a Dragon Dance. There's the Helping Hand. Its Focus Sash is broken. There's the Mind Blown. There's Whimsicott going down. There's +1. And here we got 2 opponents who resist. And this is actually a tanky Scarf Chomp I designed for my brother. And it goes down too. That is a tanky Scarf Chomp, people. Over 100% damage from that Helping Hand, Sun Boosted, Stab Boosted, Specs Boosted, Mind Blown. In comes the Ninetales. This is a pretty written battle. There's a lot of synergy. It is predictable if you know what to expect. It all works together. It all comes together, and I am quoting that trailer correctly. But here we got a Palkia. It's bulky. It is ×4 resistance to the +3 Blacephalon. I believe I put an Assault Vest on this one too. I wanted to get as much tankiness out of this guy as possible. Unfortunately, when I did this the first time around with the real person, he forfeited at this time. But I wanted to see how much Palkia could take. There's the Flash Fire. Salament's protected. He wanted to stay safe. Here's the Palkia. Let's see it. It's a wipe. An Assault Vest +4 Palkia, if I remember correctly. It's a wipe. And in comes the Torkoal again. It's tanky. It's got a couple nice moves. But it doesn't need to do anything because that's a Flash Fire, Stab, Sun, Heat Wave coming through. That is a lot of damage, people. Now here is the team that gave me the most trouble out of anyone to beat. But however, while it was lucky that I won, it was still engaging enough that I kept it. I made a couple mistakes. He made a huge mistake. Let's watch it happen. There's the Whimsicott Charizard. I was expecting the fake out. I was expecting a substitute or a Perish Song. I was expecting this to be a Perish Trap Gengar. But no, he did not Mega that first turn. I was free to switch. And here's the Triple Protect into the fake out. And there it is. Remember the first battle? Time to shut down that Raichu. I was expecting a speedy Thunderbolt. I thought that Charizard was dead. But there's the Mega. Here comes the Perish Trap, potentially. There's the Charizard-y. Here comes the sun. Bring it out. And also, does anyone else think that Charizard-y looks better shiny than Charizard-X? Or is that just me? Well, there's the Drought. There's the Whimsicott. It's got the Encore. Shut down the Raichu. It's locked into Fake Out, but Fake Out only works that first turn. Here's the Heat Wave. It's not enough to wipe either of them, but Raichu goes down to the burn. That is lucky on my part. And here in comes Tyranitar. This was trouble. I had to get the Charizard out of there if I wanted to reset the sun. If I did not reset the sun, Tyranitar would take reduced damage from any of my special attacks, and I am a special attacking team. I got up the Tailwind. I decided to try for Ancient Power, see if I can get lucky again and raise it. But I get a lucky evasion instead. I really wanted to take care of this. Gengar is low. It knows it can't survive the Sandstorm and do the Perish Trap, so it switches out. In comes the P2. I'm expecting it to raise its special attack, but instead it has Trace. Trace grabs the Drought. The sun is back, people. The sun is back, and it is shining on our victory. Here's the Helping Hand. Here's the Ancient Power. I was trying to go for those boosts, but I didn't get them. Charizard goes down, and at just the perfect time, Blacephalon comes in with a Tailwind. It comes in with the sun. It comes in with everything. And I think that might be a Assault Vest Tyranitar to boost its special defense even further. I cannot confirm it. I'm not sure. But Whimsicott, it had lost its sash. It goes down. P2, it has the Eviolite. It is a tank, and it cannot do anything. Tyranitar, it resisted, I believe. It goes down. Porygon 2, it goes down. Beast Boost, +3. There it is. I've got the combo. And here comes the Ninetales. Time for the endgame cleanup. I knew Gengar had Protect. I was ready with the Psych Up. I was ready with the Mind Blown. Since it's Specs, I couldn't choose anything else. But he didn't choose the Protect. He knew it was over, and he just surrendered. He did not chance for a choice Spec for Blacephalon to go down. He just decided it was over, and he wanted out. And that is my Synergy Team Clumsy Clown. It has the sun. It has the eject button. It has the sash. It has the helping hand, the encore, the tailwind. It has everything. It works well together. The only thing it fears is double setting weather like hail, but it works well.